Hi everyone, and welcome to CLIL Scaffolding 5. It's a series of webinars on how to use scaffolding techniques in your classroom. And it's easy and adaptable scaffolding techniques that you can find in my book, 101 Scaffolding Technique. It's also been translated into Spanish. And scaffolding, we can just say, is in a way to make information easier for our students so that it's enjoyable and the learning goes deeper because it's assimilated more easily. And the objective for this lesson, and remember we always need to share objectives for our lessons, we like to know what's going to be happening, no? Is to show how easy it is to adapt scaffolding technique number 30 to a primary and or a secondary lesson. So let's get started. Today, as I said, we're going to do scaffolding technique number 30, and it's a very easy one to adapt. We start with a wheel, and what we're going to do is take some information that may be difficult for our students, make it fun, and make them verbalize it and read it, and put 4 different pieces on it on the wheel. So we're going to start with a secondary ICT class, and even in ICT, they love ICT, most of them, but there's some very technical information that they have to read. So let's make it easier for them to transition into it. And all we need to do, as I said, it's very easy to use this technique. We take one paragraph, preferably the first paragraph of a difficult text that they have to read, put it in 4 different text blocks, the same paragraph, and then take one word out of each sentence. In each text block, take a different word out. So if you see the top left, it says the mouse allows us to perform a number of blank by moving the pointer or cursor, usually an arrow, and pressing a blank. Look at the bottom left. Now I've taken the word mouse out, but probably I remember it from the first paragraph. That's the idea. We want the students to think about it and remember what they've read before. So they might say, a mouse allows us to perform a number of actions by moving the pointer or, now I might remember that it's cursor from before, and if not, all I need to do is turn the wheel back and I'll see that it says cursor. So the students are doing 2 things. They're trying to remember what they read before, and they're feeling something, so it's kinesthetic intelligence that's being activated here, and also critical thinking. If you say don't move the cursor back, if you don't move the wheel back, then they have to really think. They can also work collaboratively and help each other remember what the words are that are missing. They'll be doing this 4 times, so by the end of it, they're going to be very familiar with the paragraph, and then you ask them to open up the book. So let's see how it works. So here we have the 4 paragraphs and a blank wheel. All we do next is take one of the paragraphs out and put it into the wheel. So you see I placed one of the paragraph in the wheel on the bottom. Now the next thing I do is take another paragraph, move the wheel, and put it on the left. I do this again, I put it at the top, and then the 4th paragraph goes on the right. And so as I said, the students work in pairs and they turn the wheel. And they verbalize the paragraphs. They try to remember the words that are blank. If they don't remember them, they can go back, or they help each other. And by the end of this, they know the paragraph well. Now you can take out words, you can take out linking verbs, you can take out different types of the sentence. But by the end, when they open up their text and begin to read, they feel so much more empowered because they already understand, or at least they're familiar with the text. So let's try the same thing in primary. How can we do that? Well, let's take a text on a time capsule that the students have to read. Let's help them feel empowered when they read it. So just like before, I've taken the first paragraph of the story and I've put it in 4 text blocks. And I've taken one word out of each sentence. So you'll see on the top right, it says, in this time capsule, the thing you'll find is a photo of the 4 of us age 12. And then look at the left, the top left, it says, in this time capsule, let's see if I remember capsule, the first thing you'll find is a photo of the 4 of us at age 12. So even if they don't know that, they can go to the next paragraph and see what the word is that's missing and then go back. So they go back and forth. Let's see how it works. It's the same as before. If you see here, I put one of the paragraphs in the circle. Then I'm going to take the next paragraph and also put it in the circle. So we have 2 paragraphs now. Then we do the same thing. We move the wheel again and put it at the top. And the last paragraph is the same. I put it on the right. So the students work together, they move the wheel, and they're going to think it's really fun because it's a novelty. So we're working on a lot of different intelligences here. Some students need to speak to be able to learn. Some students need to touch something to be able to learn. Some students need to see it to be able to learn. And others need to hear. And we're doing all of those different intelligences here. If you want to break it down even further, you're doing critical thinking, collaboration, problem solving. There's physical intelligence, visual intelligence, and logical intelligence. And that's just one more scaffolding technique to use in your classes, and I thank you all you super teachers out there who've tuned in to get another idea for a technique to help your students learn more easily, more deeply, and in creating an atmosphere that's a lot more fun. So I hope to see you next time.